Hello everyone, Jem here. Welcome back to another video. Today's going to be kind of a different one. I did record something else that I'm not going to be uploading. It was a Nightmare Bundle opening, but I kind of recorded it later at night than I usually do, and my energy isn't really there, so I kind of sound like a zombie most of the time. But I am going to play one quick clip of it just to lead into what I'm actually be talking about today.
FOMO, here we are. I'm going to feel this in a couple weeks when the Marvel Secret Lairs sell out in 10 minutes.
Yep, that is right. Magic the Gathering X Marvel Comics. The Secret Lairs, there's four of them, got revealed Friday at New York Comic Con. I'm not going to go over the entire contents in super high detail because there's already people that have done that way better than I could. I mostly just want to talk about the new mechanically unique cards. And yes, there are mechanically unique cards in this drop, and yes, it is also still limited stock, which I have feelings about. But anyway, let's just get right into the cards. First up, we have Black Panther, Wakandan King. This is a green and a white for a human noble hero with first strike, and he's a 2/2. And he has Survey the Realm. Whenever Black Panther or another creature you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target land you control. That's pretty neat. Don't often see putting counters on lands. And the other ability, Mind Vibranium. 3 mana, move all +1/+1 counters from target land you control onto target creature. If one or more +1/+1 counters are moved this way, you gain that much life and draw a card. So the first thing I found interesting about this card is that the Mind Vibranium ability isn't a tap or at sorcery speed, so you can use that as a combat trick multiple times. That's pretty neat. But other than that, it doesn't seem all that exciting to me. It's your kind of bog standard token spam counters deck. Um, I mean, maybe it's fun for someone. Maybe it piques their interest. I'm not too keen on it because I'm not like a huge Marvel fan. The MCU is the bane of my existence, and I'm glad the sets aren't based off of that. It seems to be more comics route. But anyway, I think this is maybe not the weakest, maybe the second weakest. We'll come to the one that I think is the weakest next, actually. But this is a nice little card. All right then, and here is the one I think is the weakest of the four. You might disagree with me. That's okay. But this is Wolverine Best There Is. This is one red and a green for a 2/2 mutant berserker hero. And he has unrivaled lethality. Double all damage Wolverine will deal. In the beginning of each end step, if Wolverine dealt damage to another creature this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on him. And you can pay 1 and a green to regenerate him, which is an ability we haven't seen in a while. Actually, we did see it rather recently. There was a card in the MH3 commander decks that had it. Huh. But anyway, again, Wolverine not the greatest in my opinion. You can disagree with me. It's all my opinion. I just there's not much here that excites me. Like the double all damage you would deal is pretty neat, but without any like native keywords. Being a 2/2 on base, he's be kind of hard to swing in with in the early turns unless you can continuously regenerate him. Well, actually, another thing about it, I guess he does do 4 damage, not two. So maybe he's a little bit better, but still, I don't think that there's like the other cards all seem to have like some sort of big, exciting, interesting ability, and I'm just not seeing it here. Um, I mean, maybe I'm just boring. Maybe like combat isn't my favorite step, so anything that's a big swingy guy is not super exciting to me. I mean, that being said, I did just release a video about how much I love my Doric deck that plays big swingy guys. I don't know. This art is sick though. Maybe I think I might be warming up to Wolverine. Next up, we have Captain America: First Avenger. He is a red, a white, and a blue. That's a different order than the colors are usually in. Just special for this little guy because America. Woo. Anyway, Um, he's a 4/4 human soldier hero. He's got throw, so 3 unattached equipment from Captain America. He deals damage equal to that equipment's mana value, divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. I don't know. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm not like a big Marvel fan, so I don't know if this 1, 2, or 3 targets thing is like a big thing of his character. But it is nice to be able to spread the damage around. And then he's got catch at the beginning of combat. On your turn, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to Captain America. So this is a pretty neat take on a Voltron commander. You can use that first ability pre-combat to knock out some blockers and then re-equip your equipment second before combat, or at the beginning of combat, to smack your opponent in the face. Some of the obvious like cards that you play with this is like the new Excalibur. That's like 12 mana value. Um, and just like any other big mana value equipment. You can also play like I don't know Colossus Hammer, which just makes him bigger. It's throwing that's kind of a waste because there's 1 mana value, but the free equip that you get with catch um, makes it not terrible. This is, I think, um, maybe not my favorite, but like one of my I was gonna say top 3, but there's only 3 left, and I've already said the other 2 aren't my favorites. I guess this is like my this is like if Wolverine is the bottom and then Black Panther, this will be like just above them. I'm kind of going in that kind of order, I guess, except the first 2 are switched, whatever. Um, but yeah, I don't mind this guy. I think he's a fun commander. He's like got a lot of interaction baked into him with that throw ability. Again, you can do that at instant speed, so it's kind of removal attached to your commander, which is always nice. Um, that is if you have a couple equipments attached to him, like you can't keep using it. You have to keep having equipments on him. Anyway, second to last here, we have Iron Man, Titan of Innovation. He is a 4/4 for 3 blue and a red. Human hero, or legendary artifact creature, even too, if that matters at all. And he has flying and haste. And he has Genius Industrialist. Whenever Iron Man attacks, create a treasure token, then you may sacrifice a non creature artifact. If you do, search your library for an artifact card with mana value equal to 1 plus the sacrificed artifact's mana value. Put it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. So this guy's kind of like Oswald Fiddlebender, I think he is, which is a mono white guy, but this is an is it and it's an attack trigger. Um, Oswald is fairly popular, I think. So I think this is like a Oswald but different. I think this will be a fairly popular commander if people can get their hands on it, which I'll talk about later. He definitely doesn't have the same like combo potential as something like Birthing Pod or Vanifar, Prime Speaker Vanifar, because it's an attack trigger, not a tap ability that you can use over and over. I guess if you take like extra combats, you can get multiple tutors in a turn. Um, but I feel like if you're running a deck like this, you're not really tutoring for combos. You're just kind of getting big value out of it. The haste is really nice, so you can play him and immediately go and get something. Yeah, this again, continuing with like the ladder of least favorite to favorite. This is my second favorite of the bunch. And then last but certainly not least in any sense of the word, we have Storm, Force of Nature. One a green, blue, and a red for a 3/4 mutant hero with flying and vigilance. And she has Ceaseless Tempest. Whenever Storm deals combat damage to a player, the next instant or sorcery spell you cast this turn has Storm. Here it is, folks. This is the Storm commander that everyone has always waited for. And it's nuts. Everyone and their entire extended family is talking about how absolutely ridiculous this card is. And I am not here to say the opposite because I also think this card is bonkers. Does Storm stack? If I give this double strike, can I give something double Storm? Um, I sure hope not, because that would make me very sad to have done against me. And another thing, I said I wouldn't be talking about the other cards in the Secret Lairs, but this Secret Lair includes Ice Storm, which is a green sorcery that says destroy target land. So is Wizards of the Coast encouraging us to blow up our opponent's lands with Storm? That's a little goofy, but I kind of respect it. But anyway, I kind of love this card just for how brazenly obnoxious it is. Like, I don't know, like if you play this against me, you are enemy number one, and I think you know that. So yeah, I mean, I might be playing this if I'm being real. Not having haste means it can just get removed like the turn you play it, which will probably happen like 80 to 90% of the time, if your opponents are playing smart. But I mean, I assume you're also playing like a ton of protection just to make sure that doesn't happen, and like I don't know, expedite, um, so you can swing in the turn you play her and then storm off immediately and win the game. But anyway, let's talk about what I don't like about this Secret Lair drop, and that is the fact that it is limited stock. And also, each drop is $40 for the non-foil, which is kind of ridiculous if we're being real. That's the price of like a precon, and you get 100 cards in those, and you get 5 cards in these. And circling back to the limited stock thing, why? Excuse me? Why? Hello? Um, I thought that we weren't doing that anymore for mechanically unique cards. Maybe and this is like playing devil's advocate, I guess, but maybe like these will be reprinted in another one of the upcoming Marvel sets. But that's still like a ways off because we know the 2025 one is Spider-Man, and I don't think that any maybe I don't know, maybe Iron Man could be in a Spider-Man set. Like it, I don't know. He's in like the MCU Spider-Man movies. I don't know if that's comic accurate, but it's just a little ridiculous if I'm being real. Like, come on, man. I'm probably gonna try to get my hands on at least like one or two of these, just because I didn't mention any of the other reprints in these layers. There's some really good stuff in them though, and also if it wasn't, this is like I think I said I think I said four earlier. There's 5 of them, one for each character. So each layer comes with a different one of the mechanically unique cards. I'll probably try to get Storm and maybe Iron Man if my wallet's feeling healthy. Um, and that's like if you want these, but you don't get the layers because they sell out in like 0.5 seconds, you're gonna have to spend like I wouldn't be surprised if Storm was like $70 on the secondary market because this card, like I said, it's ridiculous. It's like I don't know if it's like Rick Steadfast Leader levels of ridiculous. I don't know if it's gonna be played in like Eternal formats and that sort of thing. I mean, it's gonna be played in Commander, but like I mean, like Legacy and Vintage and all those big money formats, competitive formats. But anyway, that's my thought on the Marvel Secret Lair. I think I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm still gonna get or try to get at least Storm. But it really just leaves a sour taste in my mouth. I'm a big Secret Lair fan. Um, I buy like one or two a drop. I mean, recently I've been buying bundles. Um, I don't know. I really didn't like the switch to limited stock. It stresses me the hell out. Because I'm just like sitting there on my computer, like camping the website because I don't know if everything's gonna sell out in like an hour. Um, it just sucks. But I still buy them because shiny cardboard make brain go burr. Anyway, that's enough of me um, info dumping about my shiny cardboard addiction. Um, there will be no video next week because I will be in Las Vegas for MagicCon. Woohoo, yippee! Um, if you see me there, say hi, but don't sneak up on me because I will karate chop you with my cat-like reflexes. Um, and I hope to see you there, maybe. Uh, have a good day, week, whatever. Bye, and subscribe, please.